Before California existed, this land had a name, a real name, given by real people, and they erased it completely.
They took the land,
and they took the name.
When you erase a name,
you erase a people. This is what they never taught you in school. California was never the original name.
They lied to you.
The Huchiun people named this land long before Spain arrived.
They lied to you.
A Spanish fantasy novel gave this state its name.
They lied to you.
The real name was buried under 300 years of colonial rule. Before any European set foot on this land, the territory now called California was home to over 100 distinct indigenous nations. The Huchiun, the Miwok, the Yokuts, the Chumash, the Tovaangar, and the Mojave people all lived across this land for over 10,000 years. Each nation had its own name for its own territory. The Huchiun called their coastal homeland Huchiun. The Tovaangar people called their southern territory Tovaangar, meaning the basin of the world. The Chumash referred to their region along the central coast as Mishopshno and Huchiun, names tied directly to the land, the water, and the life that existed there. These were not casual labels. These names were spiritual identities. They described the geography, the resources, and the sacred relationship between the people and the earth. There was no single name for the entire region because it was never one place. It was hundreds of nations, each sovereign, each name, each populated by millions of people across thousands of years of documented civilization.
They took the land,
then they took the name.
A name,
you erase a people. This is what they never taught you in school.
They lied to you. California was never the original name. They lied to you. The Huchiun people named this land long before Spain arrived. They lied to you. A Spanish fantasy novel gave the state its name.
In 1510, a Spanish writer named Garcia Rodriguez de Montalvo published a fantasy novel called Las Surgas de Esplandian. In that fictional story, he described an imaginary island called California, ruled by a black queen named Calafia, rich in gold and populated by black women warriors. This island did not exist, it was complete fiction. When Spanish explorer Hernan Cortez sailed up the Baja Peninsula in 1535, he or members of his expedition applied that fictional name to the land. They named the real indigenous territory after a made-up island from a novel. In 1697, Spain formally claimed the region under this fictional name. In 1848, the United States seized California from Mexico through the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Following the Mexican-American War in 1850, California became the 31st state under a name rooted in Spanish colonial fiction. By 1870, the indigenous population had collapsed from an estimated 300,000 people to fewer than 30,000 due to Spanish mission slavery, American-era genocide, forced labor, and mass killing campaigns funded by the California state government.
Tovaangar,
Huchiun, Mishopshno.
These were the real names.
California came
from a novel, a fiction.
From a novel, a colonial fantasy. The people were real. The name they were given was not.
In 1851, the United States government
signed 18 treaties
with California indigenous nations,
promising them land reservations.
The Senate secretly buried all 18 treaties
and never ratified a single one.
Those treaties were hidden and classified
Senate files for 53 years.
The indigenous nations
who signed them received nothing.
Their land was taken,
their names were replaced,
and the documents that proved their rights
were locked away from the public
until 1905.
This was not an accident. This was a policy of deliberate erasure. The land you call California has a history that is over 10,000 years old. The name California is 500 years old and came from a fiction novel. Do not let them
define the land with their imagination.
Look up to Tovaangar.
Look up the Ohlone Nation.
Look up the Ohlone Nation.
Look up the 18
Unratified treaties
of
1851.
The truth is documented.
They just never told you where to find it.
The first lyrics told you how the name was stolen. Now hear what happened to the people after the stealing was complete. Erasing the name was only the beginning. What came after the renaming was far worse. This is the part of the story they never finished telling you.
They lied to you.
The missions were not built to help the indigenous people.
They lied to you.
The California gold rush was built on indigenous forced labor and mass murder. They lied to you. The first governor of California publicly called for the extermination of indigenous people. Between 1769 and 1833, Spain built 21 Catholic missions across California. History books present these missions as peaceful religious settlements. That is false. Indigenous people were forcibly relocated into these missions, stripped of their languages, their ceremonies, and their tribal identities. They were made to work without pay under physical punishment. Death rates inside the missions were catastrophic. Over 60,000 indigenous people died inside California missions from disease, violence, malnutrition, and abuse. When Mexico secularized the missions in 1833, the land was not returned to indigenous nations. It was distributed among wealthy Mexican ranchers instead.
In 1850,
Peter Hardman Burnett, the first American governor of California, stood before the state legislature and declared that a war of extermination would continue to be fought against indigenous people until the indigenous race became extinct. These were not private words. This was an official government address. The state of California then funded and reimbursed militias to carry out organized massacres of indigenous communities across the state. Between 1848 and 1870, the indigenous population of California dropped from approximately 100,000 to 30,000 scholars today formally classify this period as the California genocide. They renamed the land, then they destroyed the people who gave it its real name. The missions, the gold rush, the state-funded militias. All of it is documented history. Look up the California genocide. Look up Governor Burnett's 1850 address. Look up the mission, Des Records. 400 years of erasure does not change what this land was called or who called it first.